And speaking of the budget, nonprofits across the state are asking Governor Gavin Newsom to uphold a $1 billion commitment for services with people with developmental disabilities. Join us now to discuss this is CEO of St. Madeleine Sophie Center, Deborah Emerson. Deborah, always so good to see you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you here.
Yeah,
so thank
great
you.
Timing.
Perfect timing. Thank you for sharing this report. Many would find it disappointing because this funding was discussed in 2022 that many regional centers that support disability services will get this funding by July 1st. And then this delay, this cut. Your response to all this?
I just think it's not being responsible to the people that we serve here that don't have a voice at the Senate or with the governor. We need them to pass this bill for us. You know, they made a promise, keep your promise. And also for us, that is pivotal to us keep being in business. We haven't had increases in a long time. And so I have a deficit of over $1 million. So who's supposed to pick that deficit? We try to fundraise and do all those things, but the gap keeps growing, you know, because of minimum wage. Minimum wage has gone up 45% since I had my last raise.
And how much money from this funding were you expecting to assist with your services at St. Madeleine Sophie Center?
It would help us in some of our programs, but not all of our programs would still be not making the funding that we need. We shortfall about $4,500 per student per year. That adds up to about $2 million. And we've always been a great fundraiser and have great donors and families and friends that help us, but the gap has just gotten too big with all the increases in labor, insurance, just gas. You know, we drive people around town to their jobs and to their activities. So it's gone up overall about 30%. We have not gotten a 30% raise. They really aren't looking at what's going out there in our community.
I see your frustration because you are counting on this funding for your center. So let's talk about the programs and why these funds are so critical.
Our students come to us every day. Most of them came to us after high school. They are there till they're 85. So it's a life program. We have different programs based on their needs and abilities. This is a safe place for them to come. We help them with jobs and training and just basic skills for them to get through the day. So they need these programs. Where would they be if not here? Some people are in group homes. Some people live with their families. But then what would they do? So it's more like getting back to the institution, which is shame on everybody at the Senate and the governor.
Right. Well, anytime you're expecting funding, you plan ahead.
Right.
You provide more services. You have more people get involved. Is that something that your service was doing?
We're doing the opposite because we're hearing these negative things, trying to look at what can we cut, what can we, you know, things like that. Because most of my programs aren't in the black, they're in the red, but the deficit's made up by fundraising. And really that's a huge challenge in this market.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here and giving us an update on this budget and these cuts and this promise.
Yes, keep your promise. That's what I say.
Deborah
so
Emerson.
That these people can have a good life.
All right. Deborah Emerson with St. Madeleine Sophie Center. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Logan?
Teresa, thanks.